Hello student, in last lecture we talking about the active immunity, passive immunity and its primary immune response and secondary immune response. How our body try to eliminate the microorganism by using the antibodies against the microorganism. So in this lecture we talking about the how adaptive immunity and innate immunity communicate with each other and what factor actually work in this process. So let's start with today's lecture, that is the bridge between the innate and adaptive immunity. So basically the macrophage and dendritic cell are the cells which form a bridge between the communication in innate and acquired immunity. So belong to innate immunity but antigen presenting cells. Macrophage and dendritic cells act like antigen presenting cells. Whenever antigen get invented in body of organism, these cells phagocyte those cells and present the antigen on surface of their receptors, and this presenting towards the antigenic peptide to the T cells and activate the T cell formation, which is T killer cell or T helper cell. Basically, these macrophages are phagocytic cell that can be discriminate between the body cells, that is self, and foreign molecules. So after phagocytosis by a macrophage, an invading pathogen is killed inside the cell. Activated macrophages recruit the neutrophils to enter the circulation and travel to the site of infection or inflammation. And basically, the dendritic cells are the produced at the epidermal and dermal dendritic cells are involved in both innate and adaptive immune system in response during the innate response. So dendritic cells possess the TLRs that can be activated by the microbial component. For example, plasmacytoid dendritic cell produce the large amount of interferon Y in response to viral infection. So basically these microphage cells or dendritic cells produce these cytokines, and these cytokines secreted by the macrophage, that is interleukin first, are involved in the T cell activation. So these cytokines are essential for the triggering the activation of T cell activation, that is T killer cell or cytotoxic cell, which then engulf or kill the bacteria, viruses and microorganisms who get invented in body of organism. Then next one, that is antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity, that is ADCC. So type of cell mediated immune response which involve both innate and adaptive component. So there are many cells are response in form a bridge between the innate and adaptive immune system, which is called as cell mediated immune response. That is, there are many cells trigger the response against the microorganism in innate and adaptive component also. So these cells of innate immunity, such as the NK cell, that is natural killer cell, eosinophil, neutrophils, destroy the target cell coated with the specific antibodies. So basically these natural killer cell are the cytotoxic lymphocyte that can be eliminate virally infected cells and can cover cells without antigen presentation or priming. So we know that the macrophage and dendritic cells are act like an antigen presenting cell, that is APC, but NK cells doesn't having the antigen presentation or priming. It just kill the virally infected cells. So basically the NK cells are activated by the interferons or other cytokines released by the macrophage. So NK cell express inhibitor receptor that recognize the MHC first and prevent the undesirable attack on the cell. They can be target the cells through the perforin gramazine pathway, which induce the apoptosis. So basically these NK cells is essential for the apoptosis process in the body of organism. Also eosinophil and neutrophils also useful for the phagocytic process, and which target the cells with specific antibodies. Next one, that is complement pathway. In complement pathway we know that there are three main pathways are present, but classical pathway is a bridge between the innate and adaptive immunity. So both part of the complement pathway part of the both innate and adaptive immunity. It destroys the target cell which is coated with the specific antibodies. So basically this classical pathway or complement pathway destroy the target cell which is coated with the specific antibodies and form the alternate and mannose binding pathway which do not take help of antibodies. So they form the alternate mannose and binding pathway which cannot take the help of antibodies. Without help of antibodies, they can kill the microorganism by producing the chemicals against the microorganism. We know that the complement pathway having the 30 proteins which is useful for the production of the different type of antibodies and different type of molecules which is fight against the microorganism. Then cytokines. So we know that the cytokines are the type of immunochemical which is having the which is also part of the innate and adaptive immunity. So basically these cytokines are large group of protein, peptide or glycoprotein that are secreted by the specific cells of immune system. So cytokines are the category of signaling molecule that mediate or regulate the immunity, inflammation and hematopoiesis. Cytokines are also produced throughout the body of cells of diverse embryological origin. So cytokines secreted from the cells of the innate immunity can activate cells of adaptive immunity. So cytokines secreted by the cells of innate immunity such as the macrophage, dendritic cell, NK cells and other cells, and which activate the adaptive immunity like B cells and T cells and production of the antibodies or vice versa. For example, interleukin first secreted from the macrophage which activate the helper T cells. So macrophage is a part of the innate immune system which engulf the microorganism by process of the macrophage but secrete the cytokine interleukin first which secreted by the macrophage which activate the helper T cell. Helper T cells then activate the B cell component by trigger the production of the antibodies, and interferon gamma secreted by the helper T cell can activate the macrophage. So these are the vice versa. So they can be activate the macrophage or macrophage can activate the T cells. So this is the bridge between the acquired and innate immunity which is having the communication in the body of organism so that they can be control the proliferation and the growth of the microorganism by communication of the each other. Then rare classes of the lymphocytes such as gamma delta T cells, natural killer T cells, B1 cells and marginal zone B cells. So these cells have many characteristics that place them in a border of the innate and acquired immunity. So these cells are the border of the innate and acquired immunity which having the communication in between the innate and adaptive immunity. So basically this function in the early defense against the microbes as a part of innate immunity. We know that the innate immunity is a part of the first line of defense. So these cells fight against or defense against the microorganism which get invented in body of organism in early defense. Also, although their receptors are encoded with this somatic recombination of genes similar to that classical T and B cells, but these receptors have limited diversity. So these classes having the limited diversity because T cells and B cells having the diverse diversity of the antibody production, so that the any type of microorganism or any type of antigen can get invented or killed by these antibodies because they're showing the diversity information of the antibody production in T cells and B cells. There are three main genes recombination are produced, that is V gene, D gene, V, J and D. These three segments having the recombination to produce the classical T cells and B cells which produce the specific antibodies against the specific microorganism. Also, it develops a memory phenotype in contrast to the property of the innate immunity because innate immunity doesn't carry the memory, so that they cannot recognize the microorganism which are get invented in body of organism. But adaptive immunity or acquired immunity having the develop the memory in T cells or B cells which is usually useful for the recognition of microorganism and to produce the antibody against the microorganism immediately after the second exposure. So let's talk about the what is meant by the local immunity or mucosal immunity. So local immunity means immune response that is active at the mucosal surface such as intestinal and receptory or genitourinary mucosa. So basically this immune response active at the mucosal surface where the mucus are present, these immune responses start to active. So which is mediated by the type. So this local immunity consists mediated by the type of the immunoglobulin A antibody called as secretory immunoglobulin A. So basically this local immunity consists the antibody immunoglobulin A type, which is also called as secretory immunoglobulin A. Local immunity can only be induced by the natural infection or by the live vaccination. So basically this local immunity can be induced by the natural infection whenever the pathogen, actual original pathogen, when get invented in our body system, this local immunity start to respond against that microorganism or live vaccination. Live vaccination means the live virus or bacteria get invented or injected in the body of organism, but not by the killed vaccine. Okay, so we know that the vaccines are two types, they may be live or killed. So basically in for local immunity induction we need the live vaccination, that is the vaccine which consists the viruses is live. So these live viruses can initiate or induce the production of local immunity against that virus. So next point is herd immunity. Herd immunity is also called as community immunity. So herd immunity is defined as the overall immunity of community or towards a pathogen. Means a group of organisms having the immunity against a specific pathogen or any pathogen, that is herd immunity or community immunity. So there are many elements contribute to create the strong herd immunity, that are occurrence of clinical and subclinical cases in the herd. So basically in a group of people or in a group of organism, there are some clinical and subclinical cases are occur. So in these cases the ongoing immunization programs are occur, like polio. Okay, we know that the polio vaccination are trigger all over the world for the eradication of polio virus. So herd structure, that is type of population involved. So there are many population are involved for the immunization program to eradicate the polio from the community or the world. So type of pathogen herd immunity may not be strong in community against all the pathogen. So some community having the immunity against some specific pathogen, not all the pathogen present in the environment or the body of organism, but some type of pathogen having the herd immunity in some strong community against the microorganism. For example, the African Negroes having the immunity, some African community showing the blood cells like a concave shape, that is anemic condition. Due to this anemic condition they showing the strong immunity against the malaria viruses, because malaria virus attack on the blood RBC, but due to the shape change in the shape of the RBC they cannot take over the RBC in the blood of organism. So this is showing the community immunity, so that this pathogen or this virus cannot transmit from one person to another person due to the community immunity. So basically herd immunity develop following the effective vaccination against some disease like diphtheria, pertussis vaccine, measles, mumps, rubella vaccine, polio, smallpox vaccine. We know that all these vaccines are provided all over the world for the eradication of such diseases from the world. So these vaccines are useful for the quite useful in some communities to eradicate these diseases. For example, in India the polio are eradicated from the India, because we this immunization program all over this country are provide the polio vaccine, so that the the person who get this vaccine are immunized for the that viruses, and due to this immunization of the persons in community, the susceptible person or non-vaccinated person are also get immunity against the virus like polio. So adaptive immunity is a special type of cell-mediated immune response that is which develop the following injection of the immunological complement, that is T lymphocyte known as transfer factor, and useful for the treatment when the CMI is low, that is cell-mediated immune response is low in lepromatous leprosy. So basically this adaptive immunity is quite useful in some diseases to cure some diseases, because sometimes the animal immunity are useful for eradication of the microorganism from the body. In such a type of the adaptive immunity is essential for the eradication of the microorganism, that is called as adaptive immunity. So that is for today. In today's lecture we talking about the bridge between the adaptive and innate immunity, how it communicate in the production of the antibodies antigen, and how it represent the antigen towards the adaptive immunity. So basically these two immune system in the body of organism are communicate and having the balance or equilibrium to produce the antibodies and to produce the response against the microorganism and target them and eliminate them from the body of